Well done, well done, well done, well done on the year, on the term, on getting through to this point. It's been such a challenge, and I'm really proud of each and every one of you for being here and having achieved that. And by when I say that, everyone, I mean students and staff and parents and everyone. It has been an extraordinary year. Well done, of course, on your assessments, if you've been going through assessments, and the vast majority of the school have. Well done, Form 3 and Form 4, on your examinations in the last week or so. I hope they went as you wished. But also well done on things like Sports Day, and on the joy of Photo Day, and on the fun that you've had with each other in boarding residences, at weekends and in the evenings. I've loved hearing the laughter around the place as the nights have got, the light has got greater in the evenings, and people have been enjoying the weather and just being with their friends on the field. Well done on your outdoor ed expeditions, and well done on bridging the gap. Well done on pre-U. Just well done. And I think that that's maybe what we should take out of this year, that we have been thrown an enormous challenge, and we've more than coped. We've done some really, really good things. And when you look to the future, which we'll do maybe towards the end of this assembly a little more, when you look to the future, just take strength from all that you have achieved in these challenging times. I wanted to congratulate the new monitors, prefects, house captains, senior prefects, and head boy and head girl on their appointments. I've asked Barney and Chloe Nicole to put together some thoughts for you that maybe reflect on the year and maybe look a little to the future. And I hope you will enjoy what they have to show you.
Can you describe this past year in one word?
Challenging. Probably quite confusing.
Funny.
Complicated. There's been lots of new things we have to do, new ways of learning, new ways of existing at Concord, so I think complicated is a great one.
Hectic.
Tough.
Surprising.
Very strange.
Quarantine!
Depressing.
Weird. It was interesting.
It was, interesting and exciting.
It was also exhausting.
Challenging.
It's been a year like no other.
New rules,
New situations,
new challenges.
each of us with our own individual experiences in different contexts, and for some of us in completely different continents.
And this has meant that we've all come up with unique outlooks on everything that we've gone through this year.
But we've had common and shared experiences that have brought us together as well, and it's these that have been more important than ever in this year of so much change.
We've all rejoiced in the small moments and celebrated each other's successes.
We've all braved through unforeseen challenges, learning to adapt and be flexible.
And we've all realised the joy that is having an actual conversation. Because although Teams has meant that we can keep school going, there is nothing like seeing each other face to face again.
And whatever your outlook this year, whether it's positive or perhaps less so, let's just take this opportunity to say,
well done.
It's over.
You made it.
And even though there's been challenges throughout this year, I wonder, looking back at those individual experiences and shared moments, what have you learnt?
To trust others.
I learned how to survive COVID in classes.
Miss, you need to unmute your mic.
I've learned how to be in the moment.
Embracing change and being positive.
I've learned how to manage both my studies and my friends and sports at the same time.
Learn how to cook with a challenger because of DAV.
I learned how to debate and model UN work.
I learned how to study better and improve my academics.
Learned how to walk longer distances.
This academic year, I learned to persevere and stay tenacious in my work because with COVID it was a struggle to learn and lessons weren't as easy online. But I learned that things don't always go as how we plan to. and we have to learn to adapt and overcome the situations we face.
It's funny, isn't it? Looking back at the year of disruption and cancelled plans, seeing the ways we've changed and the ways we've grown as people.
Many writers and philosophers throughout history have shown that it's the difficult moments and the times that we're tested and challenged that we grow as people and become stronger and more well-rounded human beings.
It's the things that we have learnt and the things we have achieved that we carry with us.
Whether for those leaving Concord that's into new situations and context, or for those returning back to campus next year, we all take the things that we've learned and the ways in which we've grown forward, giving us a renewed strength and hope for next year, willing and ready to take on future challenges.
Because none of us can say for certain what next year will look like, but we know there's lots to look forward to.
From the little things that make our day more exciting, like getting to the dining room and finding out there's not a queue.
Or getting a cookie on Fridays in the marquee.
Or even going to the library and seeing that your favourite spot hasn't been taken.
To the bigger moments in life, like participating in house events.
Winning an award for something that you've worked really hard for.
Or finally seeing family again after a really long time apart.
These things all give us hope and motivation to keep going even when things are difficult.
But it's the support that we give each other and get from one another that drives us forward.
And just before we finish, there's someone that we need to give a particular thanks to, and that's Mr. Hawkins.
Over the past 16 years, he's grown the school both in numbers and in heart, putting focus on the values of rigour, kindness and creativity.
It's his hard work and dedication that has ensured Concord's success, and I know we'll all miss those smiley conversations around campus, but we wish you the best of luck at your new role at Concord International.
And finally, we'd like to wish you all a great summer and
stay hopeful.
My hopes for next year, travel.
My hopes are to be able to do more stuff like this and play more tennis and football and basketball next year.
My hopes, well, I just hope to succeed in medicine, so yeah, that's great.
Oh yeah, I hope to as well to become a doctor eventually and, you know, help people.
More interactions between year groups.
Well, my hopes for next year for students are that hopefully Concord will open as normal and that you have, or they have, all the students have a really good year doing the things that we enjoy most, and especially bringing back things like house arts and the Theatre 7 concert. I'm praying for things like that, which are beautiful events that really bring the college together.
What I'm looking forward to next year is going to every lesson with a smile. Bit cringy, but true.
Oh, I'm really grateful for all the work that went into that and for the many contributions from many members of our community. And also, I have to say to Mr. Gluck for his putting that together. Thank you all. I'd like to move on now to just highlight to you the Frank Bell Prize winners this year. The Frank Bell Prize, it's highlighted in the main hall, which is just over there, and it goes to the students in the lower school and in the upper school who best embody the ethos of Concord. And there are nominations provided by different members of the community, and then a judgment is made. So, after all the nominations, the winners this year in the lower school are B. Ayas Bayef and Megan Lee, and in the upper school, Davon Halim and Jasmine Law. Congratulations to those 4 students. Well, it wouldn't be an assembly if I didn't offer you a thought or two on life. And you know, this year, as always at Concord, we have expected you to be rigorous and to work hard and to be disciplined in everything that you do. We've all had to be creative, to be honest, in the way that we look at life and the way that we've tried to solve the problems with which we've been faced. And we've all, I hope, demonstrated kindness. And it's that sense of kindness that I just want to explore a little bit in a slightly different way. I was reading a little, and an idea was put in front of me by a student from a Chinese philosopher called Lao Tzu. and forgive the pronunciation there, I'm sure it was pretty bad, frankly. But Lao Tzu was writing just over 2,000 years ago and reflecting on what it is to be a human being and how it is that we can be maybe a good person, whatever good means. You know, we're intelligent people, good has many definitions. And that's why I go back to the word kindness, because I think that that's how we summarise it here at Concord. So that sense that what Lao Tzu argued was that kindness, human goodness, should be like water. And it should be all around us, but almost never seen. You know, we're looking here and it's just so green. But of course, where is that green coming from? There's no green without water, and there's no life without water. And so therefore, I think that metaphor holds so true, because I believe, as a relatively old person now, that there is no life without kindness and without that sense of goodness and without giving to others more than we take. And Lao Tzu would say that, you know, water passes through somewhere, enriches that place, asks for no return. It doesn't ask to be thanked for making the place greener, better, richer, whatever the water is doing at that time. It has no ego. Water has no ego. And I think it's a really good way of looking at the way in which we as human beings should conduct ourselves. Of course, we all live inside ourselves, and in that sense, we inevitably look at the world from inside out. But other than that, we should be very careful to try to ensure that the values we stand for and the, if you like, that kindness that we give is done almost without thinking, almost just as we pass through life, we give that kindness without hoping for anything in return. Because it is by doing that, if we all can do that, and not just, of course, now here at Concord, but if all of us in society can aim to do that, accepting that we are all imperfect, but if we can all aim to do that, we will only make the world a better place. And that feels to me to be a good way to look to the future. You can see we've moved out to the gate now, and we're coming towards the end of the assembly, but I just wanted to start by thanking all staff for their many contributions this year. It's been a hugely challenging year for all of our many staff members. And I really do, you know, this would be the moment I'd like to say, let's give them a round of applause, but not quite appropriate in this context. But thank you. But most importantly, as we come to the end of the year, I would like to wish happiness and good fortune to all our leavers. We have a number of staff members moving on this year, and I wish them good luck in the next step of their lives. I hope it goes well, and thank you for all you've brought to Concord. But also we have many students who are moving on to the next stage of their education and into their adult lives. And that is a wonderful moment in life. It's so exciting. It's what one's whole education is about. It's getting ready for adulthood. And I hope that you feel ready. I hope you feel that you're going to cope with the next stage in your life, because you go back to what I so often start each of your time at Concord with. You are special. You are wonderful young people. Now, as you leave school, you are wonderful adults, and you're ready to lead, to take on more responsibilities and to seize more opportunities. So, I do wish you the very best of good fortune. We always finish the formalities of the 6-2 graduation, the 6-2 ball, the 6-2 graduation event, with a piece of music. And I thought it would be appropriate this year to share that piece of music that was recorded this year for the 6-2 graduation. It's a song called The Parting Glass, which comes from the Celtic tradition of music, and it reflects on leaving, on raising a glass, raising a toast to somebody and leaving, and what one has learned from those people you're leaving and what one knows one is leaving behind. I'm really grateful to Hannah and to Davon for their incredibly creative and beautiful interpretation of this song.
Of all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts that e'er I've had, they would wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and softly call good night and joy be with you all. Bittersweet memories, that is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye, please don't cry. We all know that's not what we need. So I hope that life treats you kind, and I hope you have all you dreamed of, and I wish to you joy and happiness, but above all this I wish you love. Of all the years that e'er I've lived, these past two certainly felt quite rough. But despite the hardships, the challenge, the loss, I could beam a smile because of you. The memories past from start to comprehend. Still fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Our time as one, though it wasn't that long, I'll still miss you dearly as our lives go on. So fill to me the parting